What if Europe's next major war already has a start date? Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has issued a chilling warning. Russia, he says, is preparing to be ready for a big war on the European continent by the years 2029 to 2030. Is this propaganda? A political message? Or is there evidence, real, visible evidence, that Russia is rebuilding itself for something much larger than the war in Ukraine? Tonight we break down what Zelenskyy actually said, what proof he points to, and whether Russia could really be preparing to take more territory, maybe even beyond Ukraine. On November 13, 2025, Zelenskyy released a stark message on social media. He claimed that Russia is rebuilding its military so aggressively that it will have the capability to spark a major European war by the end of the decade. This wasn't just a warning to Ukraine. This was a message to all of Europe. Zelenskyy's first point is simple. Russia's military-industrial complex is exploding in size. Missile factories running around the clock. Ammunition production reportedly tripled since 2023. Drone manufacturing expanding to multiple regions. Tank repair and rebuild facilities operating like wartime assembly lines. According to Kyiv, Moscow isn't just sustaining the current war. It's preparing for the next one, a larger one, a European one. Zelenskyy argues that Russia's actions in Ukraine prove something. Moscow is not interested in stopping, not negotiating, not de-escalating. If anything, Russian operations are evolving, experimenting with new tactics, drones, missile tech, and manpower models. Ukraine, Zelenskyy says, is just phase one. Why does Zelenskyy mention 2029-2030? Because that is roughly how long Kyiv believes Russia needs to fully rebuild. Replenish its missile stockpile, modernize its air force, rebuild heavy armor train, new brigades, prepare reserves, tighten its economy for long-term war. If Russia gets a pause, even a temporary one, it can redirect its entire industrial machine toward preparing for a much bigger conflict. Even after suffering major losses, Russia still maintains one of the largest militaries in the world. And right now, its capacity is going up, not down. Multiple defense studies warn that Russia's ability to regenerate its forces is faster than Europe's ability to build new ones. If this trend continues, Russia could be back to pre-war military strength, or stronger, before 2030. Zelenskyy's warning implies that if Russia secures Ukraine or forces a freeze, its next targets could be Moldova, already vulnerable in Transnistria, Georgia, where 20% of territory is already occupied. The Baltic states, which the Kremlin sees as strategically critical, or small border provocations meant to test NATO resolve. These wouldn't necessarily be full invasions. Russia often starts with hybrid tactics. Cyber attacks, political destabilization, covert paramilitary actions, or tiny territorial corrections that test the world's reaction. Some analysts argue Russia is too exhausted for more wars. Its economy is stressed, manpower limited, and sanctions bite hard. But Zelenskyy claims that rebuilding is exactly what Russia is doing now. Quietly, patiently, methodically. Based on current trends, 3 scenarios emerge. 1. Hybrid land grabs, small moves, plausible deniability. 2. A pause, then a larger offensive once rearmament is complete. 3. A direct challenge to NATO's eastern flank, the nightmare scenario. Many European states are still far behind in defense readiness. Stockpiles are thin, production speed is slow. Some armies would struggle to fight for more than a few weeks. Zelenskyy's warning is a message: rearm now, not 5 years from now. Whether people like Zelenskyy or not, his strategic point is clear. The more Russia is contained in Ukraine, the less likely Europe faces a larger war later. Ukraine is the buffer. If it collapses, the pressure moves west. In the coming years, watch for Russian military drills near NATO borders, new waves of mobilization, rapid jumps in missile and drone production, sudden political destabilization campaigns in vulnerable countries. Any new unexplained border incidents, Zelensky claims Russia is preparing for a major European war by 2029 to 2030. Whether this becomes reality depends on one thing: what Europe does now. The warning is not a prophecy, it's a strategic alarm bell. Because if Russia finishes rebuilding and the world looks away, the next front may be closer than we think. Fade out.